in the frames between the animation. We can preview the animation straight from Photoshop by clicking the play button as shown before, so let's click that. Whoa! You would seriously get points knocked off your license for driving like that. So it's going a bit too quick and it's looping and looping like crazy. So let's just stop that. You can stop that just by clicking in a frame, or you can click the little stop button there, which the play button becomes while it's playing. Now going down to the animation panel there, you see you've got a selection there for forever. That means that animation will loop forever. Don't really want that, as it will drive your visitor start raving mad. So let's look at the timing options here. There's an option to loop the animation. We just click that drop down little arrow there. You do it for once, forever, or other. Let's click other. And you can set the loop count. I think if it just plays out a couple of times, let's play twice in there. Click OK. And you'll see that option has changed back down there in the panel. Now it says 2 times. Twice. And then it will just freeze on the last frame. The animation itself is moving far too quickly, and you can change the speed of each frame by selecting the drop downs under each frame in the animations panel. So you see each one there has this little drop down, or drop up as it's doing there. And you can select the time interval for that frame to hold for. So no delay would obviously whiz that along, but you can go all the way up to 1-2 seconds to hold the frame with. Your end frame, since this will freeze, it'll freeze on the second loop, you still want the end frame to be the longest held frame. So I'm going to change that end frame to hold for 2 seconds. And then I'm going to select all the others to hold for 0.5 of a second. We'll see what that's like. Select those, 0.5, 0.5. Now I did that the hard way, just for illustrative purposes, but you can control click them and then select any of the drop downs. Say you wanted that for 1 second, they would all change to 1 second. Let's change that back to 0.5. Let's see what that plays like. Click play. Ooh, that's a bit juddery, isn't it? Okay. Let's select all of those. Now I've selected them all to be 0.1 second each frame, so let's play that. Still juddery. Now let's remove one of the frames. Let's remove this 4th frame by selecting it and then clicking the little rubbish bin icon there. Delete frame, yes. Let's see if that helps it. I might speed it along a bit more. There you go. We've saved a bit there by saving a bit of file size by removing one of the frames. So that's not too bad. But as the car moves along, we want that text to reveal. So as it gets to the 3rd frame, we'll click in the layers panel there, the text animate, and then as it gets to the 4th frame, we have to click it again to bring it back. So it's there on the 3rd and the 4th frame. And on the 5th frame, click animate and then me together, and then on the 6th frame, animate and me, because we want it in that frame. So we've got it on frame 6, and frame 5, and then frame 4 we've got animate. So it should pop in like that. Let's play that. There, oh, that me looks a bit jerky. Let's bring me at the same time as animate. There you go. Let's play that. Oops. Bring me on the 3rd frame. Here you go. So that animation will play, hold for 2 seconds on the end frame, go back to the beginning, that's it, and then just freeze at that last frame. Now what I need to point out here is that with the screen capture software that I'm using for this tutorial, it will, I think it's doing it at 15 frames per second, capturing the screen at 15 frames per second, so it will look an awful lot jerkier than it actually is. It's a lot smoother than it will appear when you're viewing it. Okay, well let's save this animation. Let's go to File, Save for Web, or Save for Web and Devices in CS3. That will bring up the dialog box. It's defaulted to JPEG. My settings are set to JPEGs, but you can't animate JPEG, so we need to drop that down to GIF. What have we got here? We've got a choice of colours. We've got 50 colours in this selection here. It's really annoying that in Photoshop you can't see the different frames. You can't optimize frame by frame. You have to take that first frame of the animation and use that for your optimization settings. So it's a bit annoying. Adobe developers, listen up. We'd like that to change. Another nice function here is that you can preview the animation in a browser, which is down here, this little symbol. By clicking that, you'll bring up a web browser, like this one, and it will also have the code to embed your animation in. So it's not only just a preview, it will actually show you how the code that you can copy and paste and put into your web page. Your animation playing like that. And then back to Photoshop, and just by hitting save, you can save out your animation. There you have a very simple, very straightforward animation in Photoshop. Now that's a very simple animation which is done very quickly, but you can have fun creating more complex versions. But do be mindful of file sizes. You don't want to create a 2 MB welcome animation for your site. Nobody wants a welcome like that. Now if you were doing this with a CS2, Photoshop CS2, because that becomes bundled with ImageReady, which CS3 no longer does, you can choose File, Export, Export to ImageReady, and then within ImageReady export the animation as a SWF. That option is no longer available, and ImageReady is no longer available in CS3, which is a real letdown. But not only can you save it as a SWF, but you can export it as a QuickTime movie. So your options there for exporting your animation are increased. Unfortunately, with a version which is supposed to be better, CS3, the options there aren't available, which is unfortunate. So keep your suggestions coming in for future episodes of Web Design TV. You can reach us, as always, at podcast@futurenet.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.